Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to Charwell. I called it Charwell Manor last episode. I do apologize. Just Charwell. The people have spoken, or at least one person has spoken. They said, yeah, go ahead and do this map, and Greenwich was their other pick. I agree. I actually do. I like Shamrock Valley, but, I think Greenwich and Charwell, that's going to be where we're at for the next little while. So I did get a second tractor. I got a 6020 SE. And you can see we've got some kit going already. Yeah, it's 4D. I know. They make nice stuff. What can I say? Got a flatbed, got some bales on it, so we are going to get the sheep going today. And then we've also got a rented lime spreader. We've got a rented subsoiler. And down there we've got a front weight. So first things first, let's go across the street. Well, we don't really need to go across the street to do it. We can do it in this menu right here. I think we're going to buy this area right here. And this is going to give us, let me X out of that. It's going to give us 4 more arable fields. The total of these 4 arable fields is probably equal to about 2 of the arable fields that we already have, and then it's going to give us 2 more grass fields. I don't know what we're going to do with all this grass. I really don't, but let's go ahead and pull the trigger on this. 376,000. Done. And what's that leave us with? Get this open again. 250. All right. We'll make it. We'll survive. So we're going to take this hay across the highway here and get it at least put in a shed somewhere. All right. And we're also going to get our water pipes hooked up. We'll drop 1 hay bale, right, into one of the troughs. That's a nice sound. I like this tractor a lot. Let me show you. Let me show you something. I like this tractor a lot, but my man, oh, you are looking down the highway at some carpal tunnel syndrome, sir. You've got to improve your stance. It's no good for you. All right, so we'll get this through here carefully. Yeah, it's a great tractor, and it also has the option to put the alloy front loader console on, which I did, and that's one of my favorites. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a front loader, right? What's the difference? But I like that one. So we will, where do you want to put this? I think for now we can just stuff it right in front of this building right here. And then we can back it up into that shed behind us. So yeah, let's get these bales off of here carefully, carefully. And bring this back. Set the brake. I think we can put these, I was looking earlier, and I think we can put these right in here. Yeah, I think that makes sense because there's a gate right there into the sheep area. Yeah, let's do that. Now, I also noticed on this CSZ tool, this is the one that we got to use on Shamrock Valley. Never got around to using it. I did a little bit off camera, but we're going to use it here now. It's got an auto load feature that has a bit of a learning curve. All right, lift that back up there. Ah, it's got a bit of a learning curve. It tends to grab bales before I want it to, and yeah, we'll figure it out. And I also noticed that, like some tractors, when it comes to their front loader consoles, this one will only work when you have the front loader itself selected. If you have the tool selected, not so good. So let's extend this. In fact, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. We'll extend that. And it's now in, for lack of a better word, auto load mode. So as we get close to these bales, you'll see it grab 3 of them automatically. I don't necessarily mind that, but like I said, it's going to take a minute to sort of know what happens and when and why. So very carefully pull up here. Yep, and it just grabs 3 of them. Okay. So I will say, like all auto loads, at the moment there's no weight on the front loader. But you'll see when we unload these, it will shift the weight forward. I feel like right now it's just, I don't know, how do you want to describe it? It's like a picture of a stack of hay bales, but no hay bales or hay bale physics at the moment. Right, so we'll go right in here, carefully. I'm gonna clip through the wall, pardon me. All right. So when we unload these, then you see it take the weight. So, you know, I don't mind. Bale physics is always kind of a hit or miss proposition with Farm Sim. That. Back that up. Beautiful. We'll grab those other three, and then we'll get rid of that trailer. You know, something else that I noticed as I was getting set up, I've been kind of curious about the way the game has been looking for me lately. I have to say I was a little disappointed, and I couldn't understand why it was looking the way it was looking because my settings were all maxed out. Well, it turns out they weren't. I don't know when or how, but my settings kicked down to significantly lower graphics settings. So I did get everything put back where I want it to be. Click forward a little bit there. And hopefully that will solve some of our problems. Still getting used to the new system, still sort of figuring things out. But yeah, I'm much more pleased with the way that this is looking as far as anti-aliasing and just weird stuff like the number of light sources was turned down, the number of mirrors was turned down. Who knows? Who knows? Some XML file read from where it wasn't supposed to. You know how that works. Right, so we're going to lower that one, unload. All right. So, back up. Now, if I put this back in the loading position, I'm sorry, back in the travel position, I just want one bale. Just one bale. Can I just spear one right now, or is it going to auto-load? All right. That's what I want. Okay, so when you have that sort of taupe-colored bar down, when it's in the travel position, then it will not auto-load. Okay, good to know. Carefully back out of there. All right, set the brake. Hop out of here. Close the doors. We don't have any sheep in here right now, so after we get done doing our business back here, I'm just going to leave this gate open so we can back our animal trailer in. And we're not going to need a water tanker on this map because we have the pipe to install, so we won't need to worry about hauling water down here. We won't need to figure out where to fill water and that sort of thing. At least for now. We may, well, I don't know. Would we ever do anything other than that? I can't see that we would install the pipe here, but then not install it if we were to buy a cow farm or something. Yeah, let's just assume we won't need a water tanker on this map. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. All right. Okay, didn't consume any of that, but we don't have any animals at the moment, so we just need to get a little closer. Bale physics, I love you. Alright, that consumed part of it. I'll just leave that there for now. Fold those up. Let's do our pipe while we're here. Drive through some bushes, as you do. I'm going to make sure that this is sort of far away. I never know how the triggers are going to interact with one another. So we'll set the brake. Let's hop out here. And we want this menu momentarily. Customize, indeed. So, let me see. Move like so. And rotate is like so. So I think rotate camera, Q and E. That's not rotating. All right, I can't really get a better camera angle, but I think if we just get this, you know, in the neighborhood here, and then select, I'm gonna go over here, same process. I'm gonna get this closer this time. I learned my lesson on, where was it? Greenwich. Yep, I think we didn't get the pipe exactly where we wanted it. No, it was Shamrock Valley. Got to get our pipe in closer. So we'll get this right about like so. Right? And then confirm. Enter. Cannot be undone. Yes. All right, how'd we do? I'm happy with that. Let's fill up. You have no animals. Water's unavailable. Okay. So we'll get our front loader dropped off. We'll get our trailer put away. And then we'll go back across the highway. We'll grab our animal trailer, take that down to the dealer, fill it up with sheep, bring it back here. They've got food, they've got water, and if we have enough time, we will, I guess, get started on fields. Got to figure out what to do. At the moment, we can plant canola. I think I'd like to kind of spread things around between canola and soybeans. We can't plant soybeans yet, so I think what we'll do is plant canola now, and then a couple days from now, naturally, we'll plant our soybeans. I think that makes sense. Right. So, back in here. And yeah, we should be able to get that. I hope we can. Anyway, just to make things easier, let's do this as well. Okay. Like so. Oh dear. Oh dear. You want to try to do something about that now? Okay. It seems to have stabilized. Who knows what's going to happen in this shed when our back is turned. Right. I'll sort that out off camera. So we go back in here. That out a little bit. Time 13 minutes. Perfect. And for now, let's just leave this in the center. I can get it back into one of the corners some other time. All right. Get this door closed as well. All right, let's go buy some animals. Get rid of that. Ugh, those wrists. It's bad. It's bad. It's an immersion breaker for sure. Oy. What can you do? Alright. Get over there. we go. There we are. Yeah, I'm not sure why those graphic settings kick down. I know I use GeForce Experience only for shadow play. There are some features in there that will automatically optimize games. Don't use that feature. It's really not very good. And you can also go in and manually configure things in the NVIDIA panel to override any settings that may be in-game. If you have specific settings that you prefer and you want them to come directly from the card. So I'm not sure why it did that, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. Easy enough to fix. I just wouldn't have thought to, you know, having set my graphic settings, I wouldn't think that I would need to go back and reset them. You know, you just don't think of it as something that's going to jump around, but it did. All right, so go right through here. Oh yeah, this is it does remind me of Naveswell. I know, different map makers, but it has that same sort of 90-degree tight, you know, everything's like right up to the curb. I remember the first time I played Naveswell, just trying to, oh dear. Just trying to get out of the yard for the first time. After you spawn in, you know. So this is, as I was initially taking a look around with you last week, I was thinking maybe we could go 6 meter. But now this is going to be 3 and 4 meters, same as Greenwich, same as Shamrock Valley. So right around there. Right. And I'm going to open this to confirm we're in the animal dialogue. We are. So put it back in gear, set the brake, and let's unfold. There we are. We want to buy, we're going Merino again. Confirm, there they are. So we will get that folded up, put the cover back on. Brake is off. Don't need this. So now, can we get out this way? Is it easier? Probably. All right. Might have to mount the curb just a little bit. We'll try not to. Not too bad. There we go. Beautiful. So we'll get this going, and then I guess, I don't know. We've got 2 fields on the, what would that be? The south side of the highway. We can get some canola going in those right now. We can also do 1 canola over there, and then I don't know, figure out what the breakdown, what makes the most sense for the rest. I also want to be careful that we're not, if we have too many different kinds of crops and they become harvestable at too many different times of year, we need to rent a combine harvester every time a crop comes due, and that's going to be like 10 grand, at least 10 grand. So if we can do all our harvesting at once, we're going to save a little bit of money. We're going to save a lot of money. So it might make more sense to plan it out in a way that we can just rent a combine harvester once and harvest everything in the same day. Save ourselves 10 or 20,000 euro. So we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure out what we want to do about that. I mean, I like the idea of sort of diversifying, but if the price that we get for canola is virtually identical to the price that we get for soybeans, even if we're waiting for a great demand, you know, one field, the difference between just a good price and a great demand price for a single field of crop is not going to be, you know, it might be 10,000, 20,000 euro. It's income, it's revenue, but it's not such a significant amount that it's worth, you know, putting ourselves through all sorts of contortions to try to get to that point. Right, so now we want, again, we do have our dialogue, so we'll get this right back here. Set break. We're going to unfold. Time 22 minutes. Perfect. All right, there's our animal dialogue, and we're going to move these to, there we go. Move those to the field. Fold this back up. Get rid of that. I'll drive over off camera and get a couple more loads of animals. I don't know, how many do you want to do? 100, I guess, would be 40,000 euro. And we definitely have that. I don't want to run ourselves down to $0 in the bank account like I always do. I wouldn't mind having a bit of a cushion through the rest of the summer. All right, so there are those. Come over here. All right. That fills up. Still have our bale over here waiting to be consumed. And if we look at our animals dialogue, what do we got? This is going to be the large sheep pasture. Okay. Ah, there's 2 large sheep pastures. Interesting. Okay, so plenty of water, plenty of hay, and I believe in the description for the map on the mod hub, it does say that the pasture food script is installed, so the animals will eat from what's in this pasture as long as there's something growing. We'll mostly just need to feed them during the winter. Right? I think that's it. There you have it. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is Charwell. We'll see you next time. Take care now.